Hey guys, how's it going? It is Thanksgiving Eve. It is November the 27th, 2024, and the day in which we all gather to celebrate and give thanks to the good stuff we have in life is literally right around the corner. And I thought, how about we do a video where I'm talking about a topic that a lot of us creators and makers and artists and what have you, builders, we may deal with this issue in our lives in some way, shape, or form. And that is crushed creativity. You know, I'm sure you understand what that state of being is, where you feel as if, you know, you're a creator of some kind, of some shape or form, whether you be an illustrator or a builder or a craftsman or something like that. You know in your heart of hearts that you feel as if you should be doing something, but for one reason or another, whatever is going on in your life, whether it be work, personal relationships, livelihood, what have you, stuff just seems to be continuously getting in the way, you know, and it can be overwhelming, and it's not something that you can just easily dismiss, you know. And I'm going to talk about those points in our lives and how, in my opinion, at least, how we can, or at least present options to help cope with those periods in life. And in order to do that, I will share with you some recent experiences that happened in my own personal life, just to also convey that I'm not like trying to lecture you wherever you're at in your life, or I'm not trying to tell you that, you know, your problems are trivial, because that in and of itself would devalue whatever it is you're going through right now. And so, yeah, we're gonna jump right in. So, talking about how to deal with the weight of the world crushing your creativity in whatever shape, form, or what have you it may take. There's the situation that happened in my life this past year, to try and set up an example for you in your mind. Back in March of this year, which is 2024, I lost my home, I lost my car, and I lost my job, all within a 24-hour period. And it just went over like a stack of dominoes, you know, like bam, bam, bam. And when that happened, you know, there was this sinking feeling of, oh no, you know, and everything that entails that. But it also, there was the reality that there was nobody I could blame except for myself, you know, because I had made decisions and I had contributed to where I was. And so, despite all of the self-destructive inclinations that I had felt in that moment, there was a part of me that just yelled out, no, I don't want to I just don't want to lay down and just, you know, cease to exist. Despite the fact that I really want to, there's another part of me that's like, no, you can't do this, you know, and these are the reasons why. And so that's what happened for me, but I can't say that it'll be the same thing for everyone. You know, some people's inner voice of going, you know, you've got to get up, you've got to keep going, may take a different form. You know, some people, it's this burning passion, this burning rage that keeps them going. Other people, it's this overwhelming compassion to help themselves and to help others around them that keeps them going. And that in and of itself acts like a structure that undergirds their creativity, despite the fact that it has a royal F-ton of weight on top of it, you know. But getting back to that situation, you know, I became very self-destructive when all of those things happened in my life earlier this year. And to be completely honest, like I had reached that point where I just didn't want to go. I just didn't want to try, despite the fact that I knew inside what I was passionate about. I knew what I loved doing. The world around me was just like it was just like mud. It was keeping me from moving forward. And even some of the people who I interacted with, they meant well. They did good things for me. I will never discredit the kindness that they gave me in my life, But even in situations like that, I just couldn't hear them over the cacophony of just overwhelming like loss and self-confidence and the feeling of being a failure that I had felt. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that on some way, shape, or form. So what does that have to do with you and your ability to withstand the forces that exist that may be coming against you and your creativity? What does that have to do with giving you the power to withstand those dark periods in life? And that's the trick question, because what works for me may not necessarily work for you, right? And I the last thing I want to do is give you the impression that I have all of the answers, because I don't, But if it helps, there are some ideas that I can at least throw out there, and that is to surround yourself with anything and everything that you know brought you passion in the past. Things that you look at and you find a glimmer of joy or hope in it. For it could be a nanosecond's worth of a good memory from this particular period in your past where things were a lot brighter and things were completely different from where they are now, and that's like your little, think of that as like your little cache of seeds, and these seeds represent potential new projects, potential new avenues and horizons that are just waiting to be planted so they can blossom into something that you can cultivate and grow. And that's just one example. Another is to build a raft, if you will, a life raft. Build one for yourself. That could be a manifestation if you're a painter. That the manifestation of that could be a new painting. If you're a seamstress, the manifestation of that could be a purse or a satchel or a sweater. If you're somebody who knits, that could be a hat or a scarf, so on and so forth. If you're a costume or prop maker, that could be something, a cosplay from a prominent video game or movie or anime or something like that. The list goes on and on and on. Especially if you're a carpenter or a welder, there's a reason why you got into these fields. And don't forget that. That's the point that I'm getting to, is that these things that you try to build your life raft out of, they act like lifelines to yourself and who you are. And so that's what worked for me to a degree. And that could work for you, but I'm not saying that it will. I'm saying that it's an idea. I'm saying that it's an option that you could entertain. So yeah. All that said, I must say that I am very, very glad that these Dungeons & Dragons tiles are finally finished. They were a labor of love, and if you watch the other two videos of Hobby Talks, then you'll see me actually building them, and in this one I'm painting them, finishing them up. And again, for the third time, I will say that I got this recipe from a YouTube channel called Black Magic Craft. You can check him out. Very helpful tutorials over there. He's also very entertaining to watch, and by all means, go check him out. You know, and I'm not trying to cross promote or anything. It's just it's just a cool channel, and that's all I have to say on it. So yeah, just in time for Thanksgiving too. Maybe we can get a game of D&D in over the weekend for some of my viewers out there who may know me and interact with me from our day-to-day life. So speaking of Thanksgiving, I hope that whatever it is you walk away from with this video, I hope that you're a little bit, I hope that you're in a position where you see that you're not alone. Because feeling isolated while your creativity is on the ropes it can be devastating. And I'm saying that from experience. And I want you to understand, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who agrees with this, that you are not alone. There are a lot of people out there who also struggle with their own shortcomings. They also struggle with things like self-esteem and stuff like that, you know. And I think it's important that we should, at some point or another, try to remember that we all are human and we all go through hardships in life. Lastly, guys, I want to start to wrap this video up by telling each and every single one of you how thankful I am to have you here watching this video. And I hope that you found it to be entertaining. Maybe you gleaned some insight. Maybe you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Whatever the case may be, feel free to leave a comment. A like or a subscribe also helps as well. It is a goal of mine to grow the channel in multiple new directions and see where it can go and see the good that it can do in the world. Thinking about some future events that are coming up. I've got a Christmas haunt that I'm volunteering for next month. It's during December. And then there's a local convention that's near where I'm at right now. It's called Screamiverse. I believe that's happening next April next year. So definitely going to try and hit that. And if any of you guys are in the area, I'd be happy to meet up with you. Maybe talk some shop with regards to costumes and props, and talk about how we can swap techniques and information and stuff like that. You know, sounds like it could be a good time. But in the meantime, guys, I want you all to have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. I'm just gonna let this wrap up here, and you can watch to your heart's content. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go work on a project. So you take care of yourself, and I'll see you around. Peace.